Israel doesn't define the war as a war with the Palestinians. That makes it almost impossible for Israel to win this war. Hamas was the government of Gaza. It had every function of government. It ruled Gaza. You don't say, when the United States invaded Iraq, it didn't say we're fighting the Ba'ath Party. We're just after the Ba'ath Party. I mean, the war was with Iraq. Everybody understood that. At the end of the day, the Palestinians are going to be left in Gaza and in the West Bank. And the only way Israel can achieve peace long term is for the Palestinians to change, and to change their attitude, to change their views, to change their perception of Israel, to change their perception of themselves. And the only way for that to happen is for them to be thoroughly defeated. That is, for them to have the view that fighting Israel is never going to be successful and that they need to change their ways. That kind of change of mindset only comes with defeat, and yet that is the only way Israel and the Palestinians can live at peace. Israel is supremely arrogant when it comes to their own self-defense. We saw that in the fact that October 7th even happened. That couldn't have happened if Israel had been on its guard, if Israel had taken the intelligence that it had seriously. They've done more than I expected, less than what they need to. This is good. It will at least buy them some peace and quiet for a few years, maybe a decade or so. But what they've done so far is not enough for them to have changed the dynamics, not just with the Palestinians, but I believe they had an opportunity and have an opportunity still to change the dynamics in the Middle East completely in Israel's favor. To get the leadership, they would have had to get them in the first few days. Enter in with as much might as possible, with as much power as possible before the Palestinians had time to set up and use those bunker-busting bombs, knowing that buildings are going to collapse, to get rid of some of the tunnels. Israel's not bombing tunnels if they think the hostages might be there. They're very cautious, and that is allowing the Hamas leadership, who are probably surrounded by the hostages, to escape being killed and captured. So as tragic as it is, and as responsible as this Israeli government is for those hostages, because it's their fault, I just don't think you can win if you are focused on the hostage issue. You'll know when there's a real humanitarian crisis in Gaza, when the Palestinians hand over the Hamas leadership to the Israelis, or they decapitate them and they put their heads on sticks and show it to the Israelis. And it has to be the Palestinian civilians helping Israel defeat Hamas. That's when you'll know Israel is on the path to victory. And it could happen, but Israel has to sustain the pressure. The only way is for the Palestinians to change that mindset. The aid trucks being driven into Gaza does not help.